Oh, there is nothing like the ring of fine cut glass, or also called crystal. Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Babble. It's good to be here with you. It's Monday. You know what that means? It's time for horoscopes. We're going to get into all that in just a minute, but I had to show you my latest treasure that I acquired. As many of you know, I am literally redoing my whole house. I'm stripping everything out. I'm going to a minimalist decor. And of course, even though I like minimalism, I'm not going to have absolutely nothing in my house. I want a few things, very choice things. And so one of the things I'm going to allow into my house are beautiful pieces of crystal. And I've been collecting crystal for many years. Crystal, by the way, does not mean quartz crystal. It's a type of glass. It's a cut glass. It's usually leaded cut glass. It's a very heavy glass, and it's bright and shining. But this is a bowl that I just recently got. It's a Reed and Barton crystal bowl. It's done in a modern cut design. But isn't that beautiful? Look how it just sparkles. It's so thick. It's literally like an inch and a half thick of solid crystal. Anyways, I love this bowl. So my house, on the few pieces of furniture that I'll have, are going to have beautiful cut crystal pieces. So I had to come and show it to you because I just got it. I think it's gorgeous. Doesn't it just sparkle? Can you see how deep it is? The shining, brilliant cuts is so thick. Anyways, I'm just loving it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I better set it down before I knock it over and break it. All my friends say goodbye. How do you live in a house with crystal when you're such a klutz? I said, I don't know. It's a risk I'm going to take. Anyways, I'm glad you're here. Well, you know it's Monday and it's horoscopes time. But before we get into that, also I got another major important announcement. Well, two important announcements. If you didn't see the videos this weekend, we had a great time. On Saturday, we had our spiritualist class, and I also showed you my newest artwork, my newest painting. So if you didn't see that, see Saturday's video for the spiritualist class. Catch up. And then on Sunday, we had the witching hour, had a great time. So you missed it. If you didn't get to Spirit Channel this weekend, you missed out on some fun stuff, but luckily it's here and you can see it. Anyways, I'm glad you're here. Also, got to remind you, people are writing and saying, say about what's your new phone number? We heard you have a new number. Yes, as I mentioned also in last week's videos, I have shut down my office. I'm still doing readings, but I'm doing them now through phone and Skype, and I have a new business line. My new number is 703-825-3929. You might want to get a pen, write that down, put it in your phone. Again, 703-825-3929. And this week, tomorrow's Tuesday, we're going to do messages from the spirit world. But we're going to do a little different. I'm actually going to take phone calls at this new number, 703-825-3929. And you can call that number, anybody wants to tomorrow, between the hours of 10 a.m. Eastern U.S. time and 12 p.m. And I'm going to give a free 5-minute reading. Now, don't call with a 20, 30 questions. I'm not doing that. I can't do that because I'm going to get a lot of calls. 5 minutes. So just bring a question and you can call me and I'll be here and I'll answer your psychic question for absolutely free. Okay? So, but the only thing is I'm going to be filming it. So be open to having your session with me filmed because I'm going to answer live questions. And then tomorrow the video will be messages from the spirit world, will be me and you doing live readings. Okay, so definitely come out between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Call my number, 703-825-3929. I'll put that number in the box below. Okay, so I'm looking forward to hearing from all you guys. Well, you know it's time to spin around the big Zodiac wheel. That's right, we're going to spin around the wheel and see what's in the stars for you. Okay, well, let's jump right into it here, okay? Today, we're starting out. Now, by the way, these horoscopes, all the information in this video is for Monday, September the 10th, 2018, through Sunday, September the 16th, 2018, okay? So the 10th through the 16th, that's what we're covering, okay? So here we are at Monday, it's September 10th. Today is a great day to get organized. I'm telling you, we've got our sun in Virgo and our moon in Virgo. That's a power aspect. This is a power day for Virgos. Happy birthday to the Virgos this month. And Take control. This is your blessed day. I'm telling you guys, okay? What we've also got, we got some interesting other transits that are going on this week. We've got our sun in opposition to Neptune. Okay, now that means that it's going to be hard to get a sense of the inner feeling, especially when you're doing business with people. We've got Sun, however, trine Pluto, which means that you'll have the far-ranging vision. The problem is that you may not get a sense if you're accurate or if other people are feeling it as well, okay? We've got our moon, excuse me. Yeah, our moon is also trine Pluto, which is a favorable aspect. That again means inner knowledge of the longer term vision. But we've got Venus square Mars. Okay, that's our challenging aspect, Venus square Mars. What all this means is that today you want to stay focused at the task at hand. Don't engage in trying to flirt or pull funny jokes on people. Not a day for joking around. Keep things focused, okay? And just keep it all business, okay? Now, one of the transits that we have today, which I also want to talk about, it's going to be all week long. We've got our sun trine Pluto every day of this week, okay? This is a favorable aspect. Pluto is the planet that allows us long-term vision. The sun really gives power to that. So this week, all of you are going to really be feeling like you can see the bigger picture. You can see ahead of, where you're going and where the whole project is going that you're working on. And try to keep that in your mind, because there are going to be some challenges with other people this week where some people are not going to be able to understand that or get the longer vision. But for those of you who are getting it, that aspect is your power card all week. Sun trine Pluto, okay? Now, going into Tuesday, the 11th of September, our moon is moving over to Libra tomorrow, okay? This brings in that air energy that opens up communications. We've got our moon square Saturn, and this is going to be a little challenging because this, Saturn is the planet of logic. People may not be feeling particularly logical tomorrow. Maybe a little bit of irrational behavior, because we've also got Venus square Mars, which sometimes creates conflicts in relationships, especially romance. We've got Venus in opposition to Uranus and Mars square Uranus. This means tomorrow people may be a little erratic. They're not going to really feel like teamwork or unity or even giving support to each other or to you. So what you got to remember now, see, the good thing is that moon in Libra will keep communications up. Just keep talking, keep sharing your vision, because we also have that sun trine Pluto, which means you can still communicate your vision, okay? Tomorrow and Tuesday, you want to just think in terms of keeping things simple and light. And just as I said, don't count on too much support from others. You're going to be on your own, sharing your ideas. People may not get it, but just share it anyways, okay? But keep it simple, keep it straightforward, keep it light, okay? Now, when we go into Wednesday, which is the 12th, we've got our moon still in Libra. That's going to keep that air energy going, which again helps with communications. Our sun is trine Pluto on Wednesday, and our moon is square Pluto, okay? This is an interesting combination because it means that there could be a sense of inner world and outer world conflict. Like, Pluto allows the long-term vision, but having the moon square Pluto means some people aren't going to be feeling that or get it, okay? So what you want to focus on Wednesday, especially if you're dealing with complex people or subjects, focus on common ground to get through to people. Because with that moon square Pluto, people may have a lot of different ideas and they're thinking on different wavelengths. Focus on common ground, okay? And that's going to get you through Wednesday. I tell you, this week is a little challenging in some aspects, but it's not a bad week. It just means it's going to take a lot of patience, okay? And speaking of patience, going into Thursday, our moon is moving over to Scorpio, which brings out that deep psychic sense, that water, that feeling energy. We've got our sun trine Pluto. Our moon is square Mars. We've got Mercury in opposition to Neptune. What this means is on Thursday, be patient with people. Give them time to think and to form ideas in their logical mind for themselves to kind of catch up with you. Now, as I told you, that sun trine Pluto puts some of you way ahead of everybody. You're going to be far-ranging vision, have that vision. Give people time, especially Thursday, because it's like there's energy here that shows that door can start to crack, that they might start to, the light comes in, they're getting what you're saying. So be patient, Give them time to process information. Don't rush people through. Just put it out there and let it sit, okay? And you want to avoid emotional extremes, okay? That moon trine Mars makes people a little sensitive. So again, don't rush anybody. Be gentle, be kind, be patient. Okay, that's the key to Thursday, all right? Now, going into Friday, our moon is still in Scorpio. Again, that's that water energy, that emotional energy. This is probably going to be our psychic power day. We've got our moon in Scorpio, our moon conjunct Jupiter, our moon trine Neptune, and we've got Mercury trine Pluto. What all this adds up to is trust your feelings that day. Trusting your feelings leads to success, okay? That moon conjunct Jupiter gives a wealth of inner knowledge, inner power, okay? This is really a psychic power day Friday, all right? Now, going into the weekend, we got Saturday and Sunday. And Saturday is kind of a day of mystery and mystical things because our moon is going to Sagittarius, which is that fire energy, that's hunter and gatherer. Our sun, again, trine Pluto, gives that vision. Some of this will be psychic vision, too, as well. We've got Mercury, though, in opposition to Neptune, which means it may be hard to connect in sense of speaking what you're experiencing to those around you. The outer world may still not be able to communicate with each other, but there's a wealth of inner knowing and inner knowledge. So even though people may not be speaking the right words, it's like the door is starting to open for them to understand each other and understand you. Mercury is trine Pluto that day, and Jupiter again trine Neptune. So what you want to think about Saturday is hold on to your faith for success. What you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're knowing, even though it may be hard to get the words working with other people, hold on to that vision because you will see success and breakthrough, okay? Jupiter trine Neptune gives you that wealth of knowing. You just know what you know and know it well, okay? And when we go into Sunday, we've got kind of similar energies here because our moon is still in Sagittarius. That will drive ambition and want to be out there. Our sun is conjunct Mercury, which then opens up that communications energy much stronger. Our sun is trine Pluto. Again, Mercury is trine Pluto, and Jupiter is trine Neptune. What this all adds up to is that the inner worlds and the outer worlds start to come together, and people are on the same page finally. So this is going to be a week where, particularly if you're working on business discussions or job transitions, going to be a lot of back and forth. It's going to take time, but by Sunday, all of the efforts of the week come together. And this is very interesting how it plays out planetary-wise this week, okay? So what you want to think about Sunday, share your long-term goals again. Reiterate what you've been saying all week because everybody gets it finally. And this will lead to success, okay? So there are major transits for the week. Now, don't go anywhere because we've got individual horoscopes. Everybody watching this video, you are going to get a horoscope now. So we're going to spin around our wheel and cover all 12 zodiac signs. Now, if you're watching this, you're saying, well, I don't know what sign I am. I give the birth date ranges for each sign after I announce the sign. So listen to that, and you'll hear, where you hear your birthday fall, that's your sign, okay? Now, I get this every week. It never fails. People say, well, Psychic Bob, the other astrologer said. I don't care what the other astrologer said. No, seriously, I do. Some astrologers, the way they cast their charts, it can vary by a day or so with each sign. So if you hear another astrologer and they say that Pisces goes from February 19th to March 21st, and you say, well, I'm a Pisces when that astrologer, and then you say, well, Bob, you said that Pisces goes from February 19th to March 20th, and that March 21st starts Aries. Well, each of us are right because you're a cusp sign. A cusp sign sometimes varies a day or two. And what that means is don't let that stress you out. You're actually a little bit of both signs. That means listen to both horoscopes and you get twice the knowledge. And you'll start to figure out which one you lean more towards, but just listen and take in all the knowledge, see? So it doesn't have to be a big drama. It's a blessing, okay? Because my mom is a cusp, and, she sometimes used to say, well, I don't know if I'm Scorpio or Sagittarius. And she's Sagittarius, and she loves that. And she said, well, I think I'm a Sagittarius. So she's made up her mind she's a Sagittarius. And for her, that works, okay? So anyways, we're going to spin around our big wheel here. Excuse me, hold on, I'm losing my voice. All right. Our first sign today is Aries. And Aries is March 21st to April 19th. Aries, this week you've got to hold on to your inner knowing, your higher power. Aries, you're very tuned in this week. You know what's coming, you know what's happening, yet nobody's going to be listening to you. Don't worry about it. You just keep holding on to the faith that you know what's right. People will come around to your way of seeing. So you don't have to force the issues this week, particularly in work. You just speak what you know and sit back and watch the cards fall. Because in the end, everybody's going to come back and you say, oh, Aries person, you were right, okay? In the area of relationships, same thing. It's going to be a little challenging getting your significant other, your partner, to understand you this week. Don't force the issue. Just sit back, say, well, this is what I think, and watch what happens. Everybody comes around to understand you, okay? Also highlighted for Aries this week are issues connected to astrology and mysticism. So a good time to explore studying the stars or ancient mysteries. Your keyword this week, Aries, is faith. All right, our next sign is Taurus, and that's April 20th to May 20th. Taurus, this week it's going to be very easy to get distracted. Luckily, despite the people around you running around trying to pull you in 20 directions, you know what you know. Kind of like the Aries, you already know what's coming. You know the truth of everything, but people aren't going to really get it. You're going to have to, and this is a week where you have to stay eagle-eyed, focus on what you want. Just speak it over and over and over. You might say, well, Bob, I told them this 20 times. They still don't get it. Just say it 21 times, okay? Because you're going to have some breakthrough. It won't be till a little later in the week. In the area of relationships, Taurus, you want to make sure this week to really pay attention to how you're expressing yourself in terms of your relationships, because people may feel that you're not caring. Now, I'm not saying you don't care about it, but people may have a perception that is inaccurate. So you want to be very careful with your words and be very gentle with others, okay? Also highlighted for Taurus this week are issues connected to travel. So it might be a good time to kind of break some of the chaos and get on a plane and go somewhere. Your key word this week, Taurus, is focus. Just focus on what you're communicating and how you're communicating. All right. Our next sign, Gemini, and that's May 21st through June 20th. Geminis, this week, everybody is going to drive you crazy. Kind of like our others, since a lot of people are having a similar energy systems. This week's a little challenging for the signs. Don't panic. It's going to be okay. But, you're going to be in situations where, you just want to get things going and nobody wants to move along. And you're going to have to do a lot of waiting. This is kind of the week where, have you ever heard the term, Geminis, hurry up and wait? I used to work in television. Whenever you do a TV show, they act like it's the end of the world. They're like, get down to the set. Oh my God, get ready. You have to have your lines ready. Da, da, da. And you get to a set, if you've ever been on a TV show, and you get down, you rush like a madman because they're telling you it's time to do a shoot. And then they keep you waiting 2 hours because they want to change the lighting or change the set, or it's called hurry up and wait, what they call it in TV land. And this is kind of going to be your energy this week, okay? So just understand that and just bite your tongue, hold your breath. Don't jump on people because that's going to make it worse, okay? And the area of relationships also, you may find that it's hard to get an answer out of your partner. You ask somebody on a date, they'll say, I might be free on Friday. I don't know, maybe. Well, you're going to have to let that be. Don't press the issue, This week, Gemini is going to really understand hurry up and wait, okay? And I'm not trying to upset you. It's going to be an okay week. As long as you understand that, you can just maneuver. And don't stop your plans while other people are waiting. You just go and do your thing, and they'll catch up. But you can't bring them along until they're ready. Also highlighted for Geminis this week are issues connected to creative writing. So you might want to write a book, or Even handwrite a letter to somebody if you're having trouble getting them to hear you. Sometimes a written letter really gets attention, especially these days in the day of email. Handwritten, not just email, okay? Your key word this week, Gemini, is patience. Breathe deep, hold your tongue, you'll be all right. All right, our next sign is Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. Cancer, for this week, you're really all about building connections with others. You're going to be very much in a leadership role, and people are looking to you to kind of guide things along. You may find that people around you, even people that traditionally, especially in work, that have been very competent, suddenly feel like they don't know anything and they're looking at you. So you just step into that leadership role, put on your leadership hat, and just take charge of things. You're going to find in relationships similar energy. It's like people are like, huh, what? And you're going to say, well, hon, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to go here first, and we're going to do this and that. And then people will just go with your lead, okay? So you're in a leadership role this week. The interesting thing is that, particularly in work, what you're going to find is that teamwork is building, and that you really bring people together that may have in the past been at odds with each other. So you're kind of a peacemaker, a community builder, a cohesion creator. That's a good word. You're a cohesion creator. I like that. That's a new one. Also highlighted for Cancers this week are issues connected to real estate investments. So might want to get away from the fray a little while and invest in a house or property. Your keyword this week, Cancer, is community. Build community. Okay. All right. Our next sign is Leo, and that's July 23rd to August 22nd. Leo, this week you're channeling a lot. You're getting ideas. You're getting inspiration. You need to bring that out. Share it with people. Communicate it. Let your ideas be seen and heard. You may even feel like literally drawing images of what you're visualizing. That may be the clue to get people to understand you even more. People want to hear you, but remember we have a lot of transits this week that say, even when you share that vision, people may be a little confused. Don't worry about it. Share it anyways. Keep pushing it, gently pushing. Don't push anything, extremely, but just put your ideas out there this week. You're going to find that you have more people listening than not listening. And the people that are not listening to you, by the end of the week, come around and say, oh, what was that I heard you were saying? Okay. Also in the area of relationships this week, Leo, you want to bring up that emotional self. Let it rain. Share your heart. Share from your heart. Tell people how you're feeling, because it's like your partner, you may be with them every day, but they think, oh, do they love me? They never say it. So Leo, speak from the heart. And this is a good time for Leo to also demonstrate love. Like, for example, if you're a special someone's been wanting a special type of perfume or a special treat, get it for them and give it to them. That will demonstrate your love in action. Also highlighted for Leos this week are issues connected to job promotion and advancement. So all of this energy is bringing good karma and moving you forward. Your key word this week, Leo, is share. Share your emotions, share your time, share your life. All right, our next sign, Virgo. Woo, Virgo power. This is Virgo's day today. Okay, Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgos, you got the power, because this week it's starting in your sign, double power, sun and moon in your sign, and that power really carries through all week for you, okay? What Virgos want to think about now is the long-term vision, not the short-term vision. People around you may want to answer now, like, what do we do now? What do we do now? And your answer should be, well, now we can do this, but long-term we should do this. And so those two may be at a little odds at how you answer the long-term versus the short-term, but share it, because people are going to eventually be ready for that. Again, as I've said earlier, there's not a lot of energy this week for people to be all on the same page. In the work area, you're going to feel like, well, am I wasting my time putting together all this information? And the answer is no, because you're in the power seat. People will ultimately listen to you. In the area of relationships, Virgo, this is also a very good time to move forward. If you're kind of on the fence about maybe starting to date someone more seriously or commit to a relationship or even a marriage, be open to really thinking like you can step into that role and be comfortable with it. Virgos will find that their partners are receptive to feeling that connection and being open to moving forward. So it's a good time to advance love. Also highlighted for Virgos this week are issues connected to finances and budgets. So you got the order to make the money flow work for you as well. Your key word this week, Virgo, is long term. Not short term, long term. All right. Think in terms of long term success. All right. Our next sign, Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Libra, you are very gifted as an air sign with the gift of communication. This week, you're going to find that people that you've had struggles with in the work area want to be your friend. Let them in, let them close. They're not out to sabotage you. They really need your advice. They need your guidance. And Libra, being the big-hearted soul that you are, and the peacekeeper, you're going to be in a role of not only helping those who maybe in the past have been challenging, but you're also in a position to encourage them to be kinder to others. You're going to find, some of you work in an office where you have that one person, that evil person. Don't we all have it somewhere in our lives? One person who's just trouble. I can think of one I know. And, you're going to be able to kind of reach that person in a way nobody else can and bring them into the fold and make them a better person. So that's going to be your project this week, okay? In the area of romance, I got to tell you, Libra, it's not a lot of energy there this week. This is going to be kind of a ho-hum week, but that's okay. Focus on friendships and communication with those around you. Also highlighted for Libras here are issues connected to computer development. So if you've been wanting to kind of expand your memory of your computer or up your cell phone, anything like electronics, that's all in the cards for Libra as well. Your key word this week, Libra, is friendship. All right, our next side, Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. Scorpios. When everybody around you is going insane, you are in the position of power because you're not disturbed from your seat of power. Stay in your seat of power this week. Keep your own thoughts. Keep your own logic. Don't buy into the latest drama and craziness because truthfully, Scorpios are very good at being in touch with their inner world. And your inner world right now says that you're going to have a lot of calmness, centeredness, and focus this week. Don't let anybody take that from you, whether in business or in personal relationships, okay? Your power is within, not in the outer world. So you want to focus on meditation. You want to focus on reading. You want to focus on analyzing. Don't get caught up in everybody's drama because in the work area, as well as even in the home life, people are going to be running around like chickens with their head cut off saying, oh my God, this is happening. Did you hear that's going on? Just ignore it. Look within. You'll know what the truth is, okay? Also highlighted for Scorpios this week are issues connected to home renovations. So if you want to, change your home, redecorate it, put up a, new kitchen, anything like that, focus on that as well. Your key word this week, Scorpio, is center. Be in your center. Center is your word. We could also add and make it a verb, centered. Be centered. Okay, there you go, center. Our next side, Sagittarius, November 22nd through December 21st. Sagittarius, despite your vision and your gift, you're going to be very much also in that kind of psychic mode this week where you're seeing 10 years ahead and telling your corporate bosses, hey, don't do that because it's going to bomb in the next few years. It may not be able to be communicated so easily for you. Sagittarius has a lot of power, and they're great at being teachers, but you have to also have willing students. This week, understand you may not have willing students, and be okay with that, okay? What a Sagittarius wants to do and to focus on this week is whatever's immediate. If your boss comes in and says, oh, can you, prepare this report? We got to have it in, 2 hours. Well, just do that. Even if it means setting aside something that you really wanted to work on, just do what's in front of you. Do what's on your plate, as they say. Because the work that you can do and would be able to do really well right now, which has longer-term benefit, it's not going to be really well received. It's not a failing on your part. It's just the energy and the timing and the alignments right now. So just do whatever's in front of you and let other stuff go. You'll have time to go back to it, and nobody's ready to receive it anyways. And it's not about you. It's just about the timing, okay? In the area of relationships, same thing. Don't try to second guess your partner. If you're thinking, oh, I wonder if they want to marry me, or maybe they don't, and they've said yes already, don't go back. Just deal with the moment. What are we dealing with today? How do we feel right now? What's going on? Because if you ask your partner right now and you say, oh, do you want to talk about marriage in 3 months? They'll be like, well, I don't know. It's not a rejection of you. It's that energy is not present. So focus on now. Today, let's make today good. That's all you can do. Next week, things will be better. But this week, you're going to be very patient and just deal with the immediate, okay? Also highlighted for Sagittarius this week are issues connected to art and art development. So maybe you want to work on some painting that will also help ground and balance you, do some sculpting. I got into clay sculpting recently. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful for the hands. It's great. I'm going to do a video about that soon. So Sagittarius, deal with what's in front of you. Your key word is immediate. What is the immediate need of the moment? All right. Our next sign, Capricorn, December 22nd through January 19th. Capricorn, this week, you just got you're always the natural leaders, but this week you get to really be the leader because nobody's blocking you. You want to just jump in feet first and start running everything your way. You don't have to listen to anybody else this week because nobody's paying attention. So, particularly in work, take charge of projects, step into that leadership role, be organized, get things going. You're going to find in work that there are systems in place that are not functioning, that are dysfunctional. So go in and reorganize those systems, whether it's the way documents are routed, whether it's the way projects are moved along through the system. You take charge of it and organize it in the fashion, the manner that you like. And people will go with that because your leadership skills make them trust you, okay? In the area of relationships also, Capricorn, this is a week where you kind of want to, without dominating anybody, just also take charge of people around you, So if somebody says, oh, I want to go to the movies on Wednesday. And you're saying, no, we can't do it till Thursday because on Wednesday we're going here. Just kind of stick to your schedule. Don't really bend it to try to accommodate a lot because people that want you to accommodate really don't know what they want. And so you can organize that and people will go with the flow without any conflict, okay? Also highlighted for Capricorn this week are issues connected to retirement accounts, long-term investments. So think about 401k or putting together a CD plan, money for a future, and you'll be rocking that, okay? Your keyword this week, Capricorn, is organize. Organize everything. People, places, situations. You'll rock it. All right, our next sign, Aquarius, January 20th through February 18th. Aquarius, right now, you too, there are a lot of interesting Uranian influences. As that's your ruling planet, that's bringing you a lot of radical breakthrough right now. And you can literally reach for the stars. People around you, Aquarius, are going to think you're a little zany and you're a little out there. Well, you're used to that, so don't worry about it. But you want to just think bigger than everybody around you. People are thinking in the minutia. They'll say, well, maybe we can, do this project and raise $10,000 over the next year. Whereas Aquarius would say, well, if we change this project and do it this way, we could raise $100,000. Now, at first, people are going to go, what? You're being too ambitious, but you're not. Aquarian, your ambition now is your secret to success. Let it drive you. Think big, dream big, act big. People around you may not get you, but then even in the best of circumstances, as you know, I'm an Aquarius, I know this too. They don't usually understand you anyway. So just do your thing, but think big. Don't get limited in your vision this week. That is your challenge, okay? In the area of personal relationships, also, Aquarius, you want to think in terms of humanity at large. It may be a little challenging for Aquarius this week to think in terms of one-on-one relationships. So think of the world around you, how what you're doing impacts larger groups, because in the immediate, maybe a little unclear even for yourself. Look ahead to the bigger picture, the bigger group, the bigger community. Also highlighted for Aquarius this week are issues connected to reading. So it's a good time to kind of catch up on some books to stimulate your mind. Knowledge is power, and so pick up a good book this week. Your key word this week, Aquarius, is reach. Reach for the goal. Reach for the stars. And our next sign, Pisces, February 19th through March 20th. Pisces, this week, people are really feeling in sync with you, and you're feeling in sync with others. Your challenge is going to be, you're going to say, well, can I really trust how I'm feeling? Can I really trust what they're saying? And the answer is yes. And work, you're going to find, kind of like the Libras, that you have the ability to take people who were enemies or maybe frenemies and make them real friends this week. So you've got a lot of power to build bridges. And interestingly, you may also find yourself like Libra in the role of peacekeeper, where you've got two parties in work conflicted, you're in the middle, and you can bridge that gap and make everybody happy. That's a powerful position to be in, and that's where you are right now. In the area of personal relationships also, you're going to find that there's a lot of open-heartedness now, either in family or even in romance. People are ready to share and be open with you. So be open to receiving and really listen to those around you this week, because hearing what they say is further building that bridge of love and trust and friendship, okay? You're going to rock it. Just try to be open to that, okay? Set aside personal prejudices and just listen and be open to trusting and believing. Also highlighted for Pisces this week are issues connected to dance and to music. So you might want to like take a dance lesson. There's a lot of energy for body connectivity. So whether it's dance, could even be yoga or, what's that new one they have? It starts with a Z, Zarumba or something, or some type of exercise. Do something physical to reconnect your body, mind, and spirit. That'll bring you joy. Your key word this week, Pisces, is trust. Trust yourself, trust others, and you'll lead to success. Oh my gosh, guys, can you believe we covered all 12 zodiac signs? I don't know where the day goes, I tell you. I just flip through and here we're done. Anyways, listen, I got to tell you, I say it every time, but listen, if you're in a time of crisis, don't panic. Just pause and look to the stars, because the zodiac wheel is always spinning, always moving, and that means each day brings to you new opportunities, new alignments, new power for blessings. The stars above do not control us, but they guide us gently. So let them be friends on your journey. Try to keep peace, faith, hope, and love in your heart, and let the stars lead you, and you're sure to have success. Well, guys, I want to thank you for being here. I know I got this out a little late today. Say Bob's having a busy day. People are still calling. By the way, I got to say it again, so in case you forgot, you want to call tomorrow. We're going to do messages from the spirit world. We're going to do live phone calls, and I'm going to record those. And so if you call, you have to be willing to be recorded, okay? If you don't want to be in the video and don't be recorded, this won't be the day to call. We'll have another day where you can call that you don't have to be recorded. But tomorrow is for people who were willing to be in the video, okay? So give me a call, 703-825-3929, tomorrow on Tuesday, September the 11th, between 10 a.m. and noon, okay? And I'll be here receiving your phone calls and answering your psychic questions. So I'm looking forward to it. You guys rock. I love you. We'll see you back here tomorrow for messages from the spirit world. And remember, keep looking to the stars. And until tomorrow, may you always blessed be. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Go to my website too. My link's below, www.robert-schickman.com. I got books there. Check those out too. I always forget. Thanks for being here. I love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Blessed be.